Hello and welcome back to my channel. My name's Ray, and today we're going to be doing a bit of a kitchen restock type thing. So when I say that, I mean like making stuff from scratch. So we make pretty much all of our own bread. We occasionally will buy like English muffins or sometimes a loaf of bread from the store if we're not having a lot of time. So I'm going to be making a new loaf of bread. We've also got some bananas in the freezer that need to be used up, so I'm going to make a loaf of banana bread. Journey has requested that I make a batch of brownies, so I'm also going to do that. And then I'm also going to be making a shepherd's pie for this week, just to have for lunches, or, you know, if we're just too tired to cook, we'll have shepherd's pie already made. So that's the plan for today, and let's get started. Oh my god, okay. So I am using a recipe by Taste Better from scratch. This is my regular recipe. Oh, thank goodness. I keep getting a pop-up and it gives me issues trying to close it. But yeah, we're just doing the yeasty bit right now. So we got 2 cups of water, 1/4 cup of sugar, and a tablespoon of yeast. The water is warm. I'm just gonna do a little mix it. I'm also wearing Journey's apron because I still have not made myself one yet. So this one doesn't really fit me very well because I'm too short. So we're gonna do that, and then we let it sit for a couple minutes. Oh, whoops, I wasn't supposed to put that much sugar in. I was supposed to only put a little bit. Ah, well. I feel like I usually do this. I just dump it all in one go, but we'll see. Can't be too bad. Okay, so I'm gonna let that sit for a couple minutes, and now pull up my banana bread recipe and get started on that while this sits. Okay, so I lied, the bananas are frozen solid, so I gotta let them thaw a bit first. Yeah. Okay, I think this has been sitting long enough though, so I'm just gonna continue with the bread. It's like 2 teaspoons of salt. I just eyeball it. Close enough. 2 tablespoons of oil. We are almost out of oil too. We need to get more. But we like using vegetable oil. So we could not find it when we went to Costco last. We have not been to Freshco since December. Okay, so we do that. Oh, that should go over there. And now it's 3 cups of flour. Don't knock the chair over. One. 2. And I forgot to grab a spatula, so I gotta go grab one now. And my hands are covered up in water. Oh, but I have an apron on. Okay, and now we just mixy. The chair keeps hitting like the grooves and the tiles in our kitchen. Not fun. It is starting to kind of mix together and not be too sticky. So I think I'm actually going to add it to the table now, and I'm gonna knead it. Okay, there we go. We're getting somewhere now. It's starting to be more bready. It's still a little bit sticky. I probably should have added a little bit more flour, but that's fine. We're gonna call it good. So I'm going to toss it back in the bowl. You're like supposed to grease the bowl. I never do, and I don't really have any issues. I'm gonna go wash my hands. I'm gonna get a cloth to throw over it. I'm gonna put it on top of the oven, which is preheating, and let it rise for, I think, 45 minutes is usually what I do. Oh, the oven's ready. All right. There's a sweet potato stuck to the bottom of the oven. Shit. Where are the tongs? I smelled burning. There was a sweet potato. And I rescued it. I mean, rescued it. It's burned to a crisp, so it's getting thrown out. But anyways, I have the cloth for the bread now. And I'm just gonna go put it on the oven. Aha! Okay. Bananas are still pretty frozen, so I'm actually gonna just tidy up the table here. And then I'm gonna start trying to mash the bananas. I'll probably have to use a knife to cut the peels off. Did you get some banana? Did some banana fly on the floor? Yeah. She just nodded at me. That was scary. Anyways, on to cleaning. Banana bread time. I'm gonna get a knife and I'm gonna start on this. Onwards and upwards, right? So, the recipe I am using is Tasty's 1 bowl chocolate chip banana bread recipe. The oven is already preheated. And I'm just mashing up the bananas. I'm tempted to anyways, they're still a little bit frozen. I probably should have waited a little bit longer, but I'm impatient. I want banana bread. Okay, the banana bananas are pretty mashed up. They're not super smooth, but I think they're still a little bit frozen. So I'm hoping adding in the melted butter will help with that. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm just so sick of mashing these frozen bananas. And yeah, the melted butter. Everything is sticking together now. Looking good. This might still be a bit chunky, but hey, that'll make for a fun texture while I'm eating it. Okay. Now, time to add everything else except the chocolate chips. So, let me go collect those things. Okay, so we do 1 teaspoon of baking soda ish, teaspoon of vanilla, again ish. I just eyeball vanilla always. 1 egg and 1/2 cup of sugar. And now we mix. How much flour? 1.5 cups. One cup. And then 1/2 cup. Now we mix it together. Fully, I don't have any clean spatulas, so I'm using a fork to mix this because it's all I have. Now we add in the chocolate chips. Okay, so it says like 1/2 cup. I'm not listening to that. I'm doing what my heart intends. So finishing off that bag. And mix it in, see how it looks. Oh my god, it smells so good. I'm adding more. Okay, I have an acceptable amount of chocolate chips in here now, and I grabbed a bread pan to put this in. Okay. And now we just sprinkle some chocolate chips on top. And this goes in the oven for like an hour. And now I'm gonna take a little lunch break, and I'll wash the dishes as well. And I had to find the loaf, like the other bread pan, because there's a different one that I use when I'm making loaves of sandwich bread, and I couldn't find it in the cupboard, so I need to go digging for that now. Banana bread is done. It looks so ooey gooey yummy. I'm gonna let it cool for a bit, and then I'm gonna have some. I'm still waiting for the bread to finish proofing, but like a sneak peek. It's looking fucking great. Yeah. So don't mind the sizzling in the background. I decided to prep some dumplings for lunch, but it is time to transfer. Oh my god. All of this bad boy into here. So I'm excited to do it. punch it down first. Looking good. Seal it off the side. And whoop! We just plop it in there. This goes in the sink now to be washed. And there we go. We got a little log. There is some extra flour on top there because of putting it in straight from the thing. So now we have a fancy lid for this thing. So it just gets slid on top. And now I leave it for another hour to proof. Okay. Onward to the brownies. I'm using Love and Lemons recipe. I gotta run around and get all the goods for it though. So off we go. 1.5 of sugar, granulated sugar. Oh. Please tell me we have some more sugar. Oh, okay. Going upstairs to get some sugar then. That is one good thing about living in my parents' basement. If we run out of something, they are willing to share. Why did it scroll away from the recipe? Did you touch it, Loie? No, I know you didn't. You don't have thumbs. 2/3 cup of cocoa powder. Okay, I found some, but I'm just gonna dump in the rest and hope for the best. Because that's the end of the tin, and I don't think they have some upstairs. Of course, the iPad turned off. Technology doesn't like me. 3/4 cup of flour. And 1/2 cup of powdered sugar. Sugar, and then we just need to put in chocolate chips and salt. Oh my god, I hate when it does this. It's like, I want to scroll up to see how much, and it like refreshes the whole web page. Why do blogs do that, recipe blogs? 1/2 cup of chocolate chips and 3/4 teaspoon of salt. Good enough. Half a cup of oil? Yeesh. I don't know if we have that much left. Okay, a little bit of water. Oh my god, don't time out and stop scrolling up. Two eggs. That egg did not want to crack. There we go. Okay. Now we mix. think it needs more chocolate chips mixed in. Chocolate chips! Drop one. Okay, there we go. I've already greased the pan. So we can pour it in, and it's supposed to go in at 325, but everything else I'm baking has to go in at 350. So I'm just gonna bake it for less time, I think. Just so that I don't have one thing that's baking at a different time than everything else. Oh yeah, that's good. There we go. Into the oven. And now the brownies are done. So at this point, I'm just waiting for the bread to finish proofing, and once it's done proofing, I'll throw it in the oven. I think I'm gonna hold off and I'm gonna make the shepherd's pie tomorrow because I'm just kind of tired and out of breath from doing all the baking. So yeah, I think I'm gonna give myself a little break for now. Welcome back. We're on day 2, starting later in the day again. So today we're making shepherd's pie. So I've taken out the beef just to de-thaw. That's gonna take a while, so I'm just gonna leave it out while I do the potatoes. And then I also took out, we have the bottom of this frozen bag of vegetables, like a mixed bag. There's not much left, so I'm just gonna throw it in. And then I also just have some frozen corn to add as well, because normally I just do corn in this, but I was like, let's throw some extra vegetables in. So I'm gonna get started on the potatoes now. I'm gonna cut them and peel them. Okay, so I chopped up the potatoes. I did 4 big ones and 1 small one. So I'm just gonna go throw these on the stove, and I don't think this is de-thawed enough. I'm gonna try to pop it out of the container and try frying it up. And I will return when we are assembling the lasagna, shepherd's pie. Okay, so the meat is cooked, the potatoes are mashed, so I'm gonna start throwing everything in the pan. These things are in the way. Out. I don't think I made enough potatoes. I like a real thick layer of potatoes for my shepherd's pie. Okay, and then I'm just throwing the frozen vegetables on top. Space out these ones a bit since it's got carrots, beans, and peas. And the rest with some corn. There we go, and now I'm gonna throw the potatoes on top.
should have grabbed the wooden spoon, not this one with the hole. That's okay though, it'll work. Oh no, some of the corn is surfacing. Okay, that's okay though. It's okay. There we go. Okay, that seems like a pretty good amount of potatoes actually. Okay, and now we're gonna put the last touch, which is some shredded cheese. So last time I made this, it's pretty much the same recipe except like I added the extra vegetables. Journey's coworkers apparently loved it, and Journey had to bring the leftovers to work for them to share. So I'm hoping this one lasts just a bit longer because the other one I made, it was the same size, but did not last us more than a couple days. But hey, I can hope. This is also going to be my late lunch. Oh, puppy got some cheese tacks. I'm going to have a square of this for lunch because I have not eaten yet, even though it's 2 o'clock. Oopsies. And that's the oven ready. So there we go. I think that's a suitable amount of cheese on it. Add a little pizzazz. I also don't like I don't flavor the potatoes at all. They're just like plain mashed potatoes, butter, and I don't even add salt to them for this actually. Same with the meat, no spices. So I would think it wouldn't be that good, but apparently it is. I think it's just because I make my mashed potatoes really creamy. I don't know. Anyways, I'm gonna throw it in the oven now. And there we go, a yummy, crispy, delicious shepherd's pie. So thank you very much for joining me. I really enjoyed doing this little cooking vlog. I try to do this about once a month where I do like a big like kind of reset type thing, like or kitchen restock. So yeah, thanks for joining me.